You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.
Hello, all you weirdos. Jim back, and we have more breaking news. This is more news on some new creative teams coming in October. I had already done a video where I said that Tom Taylor is going to be on Detective Comics. I didn't quite say it. I actually read it because it's in the DC Connect magazine. But you end up having Detective Comics with Tom Taylor and Michael Yanine. Now, obviously, to do that, he has left both Nightwing and Titans. And so I figured I'd double up in this video to let everybody know who will be writing Nightwing and then who will also be writing Titans. And we'll start with Nightwing, and it will be Nightwing number 119. And the creative team is Dan Waters writing and art and cover by Dexter Soy. Nightwing number 119 will be coming out October 16th, 2024. And here is the all-in description of what this book is going to be all about. Bloodhaven has erupted in violence as rival gangs vie to fill the power vacuum left by Nightwing's cleanup of corrupt officials, one of them being the death of Blockbuster. Really, that was because of Heartless, though. That wasn't really Dick Grayson. And I'll get back to the idea that Dick Grayson, during the Tom Taylor run, didn't really do a lot himself. But we'll get back to that. But an outside force turning the gangs against each other, escalating the violence in Bloodhaven toward even more sinister ends. To find out, Nightwing must do the unthinkable no matter the cost. That almost said, at what cost? Don't miss the start of this groundbreaking new arc that will redefine what it means to be a hero. It's weird that they don't say this groundbreaking new run. They just say a groundbreaking new arc. That just might be the way they spelled it out, but that seems like maybe Dan Waters is here as a placeholder. I hope not. I do like Dan Waters. I love Dexter Soy, so I'm excited about this. And as I was saying earlier, the Tom Taylor stuff, I'm a Nightwing fan. I'm a huge Nightwing fan. My favorite character in all of comics is Dick Grayson, all iterations of. So Nightwing is one of my favorite deals. And I liked Tom Taylor when he first jumped on the book, but then you just didn't get much. You ended up, I said in that Detective Comics video, which I will link at the end, that Tom Taylor felt more like a PR agent for Nightwing than, say, a writer. The stories all were set up to just say at the end, you know who's really cool? Nightwing. That guy really has it going on. And you ended up having a lot of other characters. The Titans, a big example, would come into Bloodhaven and solve everything for Nightwing. I hope that Dan Waters kind of pulls that back. I hope that we have more of a street level story, because that's what Nightwing is all about. And the description kind of leads to that, kind of lends itself to maybe being Nightwing on his own, doing some street level stuff. And I really do hope that that's the case, because that's where I think Nightwing belongs. Obviously, I do like Barbara. I hope she's in there. Haley, the three-legged dog, I hope she's in there as well. But in the meantime, I actually really want Nightwing to be by himself out on the streets, doing, knocking in heads, solving crimes, making up rhymes, all of that, to really give us a new feel. And I said it in the Detective Comics video where, yeah, some of the changes here, sometimes change isn't good, sometimes it is. But I think that, again, a lot of books have gotten stale. I think that Tom Taylor's Nightwing was getting stale. It got stale real early for me, but I think even people who are really liking it are like, okay, let's go to something else. Let's get rid of this Heartless nonsense. Let's go to something else. And I think Dan Waters is a different enough writer that we will get something different and different feeling. I hope it's good. I always do hope it's good. But again, I'm kind of excited. I'm excited to see something new. I'm excited to see what Dan Waters can do. And really, Dexter Soy, the art will be great. So that will look great. But we'll now go over to the Titans book. And starting with Titans number 16, we will get the creative team of writer John Layman with art by Pete Woods. And I do like John Layman. I did like his Detective Comics run in the New 52. I don't know if anybody agrees with me or not. Usually people don't. And I also do really like Pete Woods' art. So it's another creative team that I'm not going to say it's wowing me. I don't think any of these are wowing me we're kind of getting shuffling of creative teams. There's not like a real new name that's being put out there. But again, I said just a little bit ago, I do like the idea of change. I think the Titans book, not that it was getting stale because it was tied up in so many other things. And I don't really think that Tom Taylor got a lot of time to do a lot of his story or whatnot. But if you're going to change things up, change it up. And I do like the idea of a Titans book with Nightwing, Roy Harper, Cyborg, Starfire, and Raven seem to be the team. I do not see Beast Boy there. I do not see Wally West. So we'll have to see what that all means, though I think I see them on the variant covers. It's just odd that the main picture doesn't seem to include them, but we'll have to wait and see. But here is the all-in description of the book. A league of their own. After the events of Absolute Power, the team looks towards the future and their place in it. Will their failure to control Amanda Waller mean lasting consequences for the hero community? And all of the things that I've already read and even had videos on Detective Comics and even Nightwing, they're not mentioning Absolute Power. It makes a ton of sense to mention Absolute Power in this Titans deal because a lot of it, the lead up and the deal led through the Titans book, being the de facto kind of quote unquote Justice League, even though they're still the Titans, but they are the main team and they haven't done well. And I hate to upset any Titans fans out there, but they've really done piss poor. They haven't done well at all. A lot of it being Amanda Waller's machinations, but still, they haven't done well. So with the mumblings and grumblings by a lot of people that there may be a Justice League book, and I think that would be something they'd save for San Diego Comic-Con to announce, that maybe the Titans step back a little, and while that might seem, kind of a diss if you are a Titans fan, I mean, you want your team elevated. I don't know. I don't like the feel of the Titans being that big, giant team like the Justice League, because that's a lot of world-ending, apocalyptic nonsense, right? And so with the Titans, I kind of want a little more fun. I kind of want a little more, scale it down a little. Let's have some fun times. Obviously, the team is capable, even though they've done real poorly, but maybe have a little fun. Maybe focus a little more on the individual characters as well, than just, oh my God, the world is ending again. The world's ending again, because they didn't do great with that. I mean, I'm talking even Beast World leading into Absolute Power and all that stuff, kind of helping Amanda Waller push her MO. But again, I'm kind of excited about this. I do like the idea of John Layman, Pete Woods, and a change. And I think this is going to be something where a lot of people might jump on these books. I will mention that one thing that people were afraid of with these, that they were going to start with new number ones. It doesn't seem like we're going to get that. It seems that they're just going to continue the runs with the numbering. I don't know. Here's the thing. I know a lot of people hate the new number ones and things like that, but if you are doing this, and this all in is supposed to be not a reboot, but a big jumping on point for new and lapsed readers, maybe number ones help that. Maybe, because you get confused. You start going, well, I want to read this new Titans. Which one is it? Oh, 16. That might end up, throwing some people up. But people are smart, I think. People can figure things out. Again, I'm sure when I said that I like new number ones, people were like, what is he? What a jerk. We don't need new number ones. If you're doing a line-wide kind of thing like this, I don't know, maybe new number ones would have worked out that way. But again, let me know what you think of the Titans with John Layman and Pete Woods, and tell me what you think about Nightwing with Dexter Soy and Dan Waters writing. I think it could be pretty cool. I think it might get some people excited. Again, I don't think it's going to wow anybody, but I think that a change is due. And when we get to it, I hope this all in means that we're just going to tell superhero stories, forget a lot of nonsense, forget a lot of, all that other stuff, and just tell really cool comic book stories that a lot of people can get behind. Fingers crossed. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And also, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, like the video, do all of that stuff, because that is it. I think I might have one more of these videos with, say, a Batman and Robin book. I don't know, but I'll have to check it out. But with all that, I'm going to check out, and I will talk to you all later.